Signmaker's Assistant by Ted Arnold. The genre of the story is humorous fiction. That means that it's funny, but not real. Everyone in town agreed the old Signmaker did the finest work for miles around. Under his brush, ordinary letters became beautiful words, words of wisdom, words of warning, or words that simply said which door to use. When he painted "Stop," people stopped because the sign looked so important. When he painted "Please keep off the grass," they kept off because the sign was polite and sensible. When he painted "Good food," they just naturally became hungry. People thanked the Signmaker and paid him well, but the kind old man never failed to say, "I couldn't have done it without Norman's help." Norman was the Signmaker's assistant. Each day after school, he cut wood, mixed colors, painted simple signs. "Soon I will have a shop of my own," said Norman. "Perhaps," answered the Signmaker, "but not before you clean these brushes." One day after his work was done, Norman stood at the window over the sign shop and watched people. They stopped at the stop sign, they entered at the enter sign, and they ate under the food sign. "They do whatever the sign says," said Norman to himself. "I wonder." He crept into the shop while the Signmaker napped. With brush and board, he painted a new sign. No school today? Early the next morning, he put up the sign, then ran back to his window to watch. "No school?" muttered the principal. "How could I forget such a thing? No one informed me," said the teacher. "Hooray!" cheered the children, and everyone went home. "This is great!" cried Norman. He looked around town for another idea. "Oh," he said at last, "there is something I have always wanted to do." Open for swimming in the town fountain? I don't know. The following day, Norman jumped from the top of the fountain in the park. As he swam, he thought to himself, "I can do lots of things with signs." Ideas filled his head. That afternoon, when Norman went to work, the Signmaker said, "I must drive to the next town and paint a large sign on a storefront. I'll return tomorrow evening, so please lock up the shop tonight." As soon as the Signmaker was gone, Norman started making signs. He painted for hours and hours and hours. In the morning, people discovered new signs all around town. "The bank is closed." "Deposit money here in a trash can?" That seems silly. "Eat your hat outside?" That's silly. "Toy shop? Buy Norman a present?" Look at all these presents Norman's getting. Oh, this poor lady, she's got to go back 3 spaces. She's never going to get anywhere. And then this delivery truck driver, it says stops ants crossing. I guess that's where it gets the humorous fiction, but it's going to cause problems. This one says knock heads. So these two knocked heads. They hurt each other. These two are knocking heads. Uh-oh, you guys. And this one says at the grocery mart, now it's a garbage dump. That's going to be very smelly. And this sign right here says detour. So all the cars are now going through the house and coming out the other end. And here's this poor lady in the rocking chair. Norman watched it all and laughed until tears came to his eyes. But soon he saw people becoming angry. "The sign maker is playing tricks," they shouted. "He has made fools of us." The teacher tore down the no school sign today. Suddenly, people were tearing down all the signs, not just the new ones, but every sign the sign maker had ever painted. There's a stop sign, caution, parking, stop. We need those signs, don't we? Then the real trouble started. Without store signs, shoppers became confused. Without stop signs, drivers didn't know when to stop. And without street signs, firemen became lost when they were on their way to a fire. Uh-oh, what happened? In the evening, when the sign maker returned from his work in the next town, he knew nothing of Norman's tricks. An angry crowd of people met him at the back door of his shop and chased him into the woods. That's what they're doing. As Norman watched, he suddenly realized that without signs and without the sign maker, the town was in danger. "It's all my fault," cried Norman, but no one was listening. So late that night, the sign maker returned and saw a light on in his shop. Norman was feverishly painting. That just means that he was really working hard. It doesn't mean that he has a temperature. While the town slept and the sign maker watched, Norman put up stop signs, shop signs, street signs, danger signs, and welcome signs. In and out signs, large and small signs, new and beautiful signs. He returned all his presents and cleared away the garbage at the grocery store. It was morning when he finished putting up his last sign for the entire town. And the sign says, "Don't blame the sign maker. I tricked you. I'm sorry, Norman." Then Norman packed his things and locked up the shop. But as he turned to go, he discovered the sign maker and all the townspeople gathered at the door. "I know you're angry with me for what I did," said Norman with downcast eyes. "So I'm leaving." "Oh, we are angry, all right," answered the school principal, "but we were all fools for obeying such signs without thinking." "You told us that you were sorry," said the sign maker, "and you fixed your mistakes. So stay and work hard. One day this shop may be yours." "Perhaps," answered Norman, hugging the old man, "but not before I finish cleaning those brushes." I hope you enjoyed the story and that the lesson or the moral that you learned from this story is if you make a mistake and if you do something to fix it, then we just need to move on and forgive each other. Have a great day.